Hey everybody, welcome to the Puck Drops here, the gray GPA section. We're going on to the second to last team that made the postseason but did not get eliminated that has been eliminated from the playoffs so far. And that is the Dallas Stars, team that I picked not to make the playoffs but ended up making the playoffs and actually going pretty far. They were fourth in the Central Division. They won 43 games, lost 32 of them, and 7 overtime losses for 93 points. Ended up beating the Nashville Predators in 6 games, an overtime winner by John Klingberg in the first round. Ended up going to 7 games against the St. Louis Blues while also having a series lead and chance to clinch in Game 6 for the first time in 10 seasons and losing in double overtime in 7 games. What a run it was for the Dallas Stars. And we'll look at them, their great year that they had. And obviously, you want to look at offense. And the Stars, which started as a team that was supposed to be defensive, they still had that, but their offense got even better and better as the year progressed. You look at centers. The one guy they actually ended up getting as an experienced player from the Anaheim Ducks, who were regressing, to aid them in their playoff run. Andrew Cogliano was in the second line, 31-year-old center, played 78 games in this regular season, scoring 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points, and he got 2 goals in the playoff year with 2 points for them. So a really good player, obviously, is Cogliano. So a good year, decent year for him, who had to go through a lot of organizational change in Anaheim and even in Dallas as well. Jason Dickinson, a 23-year-old center that the Dallas Stars really love in the organization. The 200-pounder, played 67 games this regular season, scoring 6 goals, 16 assists, 22 points, and he scored 3 goals and 2 assists, most of them against St. Louis in the second round in the postseason. Justin Dowling, a 28-year-old center who played in 11 games this regular season. He got 1 assist and 2 assists in the regular season, 2 assists in the postseason. Something like that. Definitely going to have to change. You're going to need larger point totals. Radek Faksa, the 25-year-old Czech, he played in every game except for 1 in the regular season for Dallas, scoring 15 goals, 15 assists, and 30 points for the Dallas Stars, and he scored an assist and a point in the postseason. So not exactly what you need, but to some point. Marty Hanzal, the former star of the Arizona Coyotes, 32-year-old, older in Dallas. He played only 7 games in the regular season, no games in the playoffs after a large amount of injuries, scoring a goal and an assist for 2 points. For a guy that was heavily injured, he for Marty Hanzal, something that he's going to have to improve on, but you really can't improve too much for Dallas. And for the players, obviously, something you have to work through and grow on. Matthias Janmark, this is young Swede, played 81 games in the regular season. He scored 6 goals, 19 assists, 25 points for this young player. He's got a lot of upside, and he did play well. Yolis Brantz from Brighton, Michigan, played 18 games. He played 18 games this regular season, scoring 2 goals and 2 points. Again, not a large amount, but he is a young player. He could grow. Tyler Pitlick, the Minneapolis native, played 47 games, scoring 8 goals and 4 assists, along with 12 points. So, decent amount for Pitlick. He had no points in 6 games played in the playoffs this year, and a -5. Tyler Seguin, the center superstar for the Dallas Stars, played every single game this regular season. He scored 33 goals, 47 assists, 80 points, a whopping 80 points. Absolute stellar numbers for Tyler Seguin. And former Senator Jason Spezza, 35-year-older, played in 76 games. He scored 8 goals, 19 assists, 27 points for him. Decent amount, not chose to be the guy. And Matt Zuccarello, who was a winger used with the New York Rangers, big trade deadline acquisition, he gets amped up to be the center and moved up to be the center. And a 31-year-older played 48 games, scoring 12 goals, 28 assists, and 40 points in the regular season. And he got 11 points, 4 goals, and 7 assists for the Dallas Stars. I give them a 2.2 because most of their centers did not have large point totals, but the output and the work put in by Tyler Seguin and Matt Zuccarello, two big East Coast type players, is really, really plugged in this Dallas lineup. Look at the wingers. Nicholas Camano, he was put in a rookie 20-year-older, but did not play a game regular season or playoff. Blake Como, a 33-year-older from Spokane, Canada, played in 77 games this regular season. He scored 7 goals, 11 assists, and 18 points. He got a goal and an assist in the postseason for Como. And Denis Gurianov, another winger, a 21-year-older, he played not in the playoffs, but he played in 21 games this regular season. He scored a goal, 3 assists, 4 points. He seems to have that great offensive touch. Is only 21 years old that you need to play in the National Hockey League, and he appears to have the clutch side too. Ropey Hintz, he played 58 games in the regular season. Great winger, nine goals for the Finn, 13 assists, 22 points, and 8 points, 3 assists, and 5 goals in the regular season for this Dallas Star. Adam Masharin, 20-year-old rookie, also didn't play at all in the regular season or playoffs, but was listed there. Valery Nishushkin, the 24-year-old Russian that was taken in 2013, 10th overall, he finally buds in, playing 57 games in the regular season, scoring 10 assists and 10 points, kind of getting back to his role, but he's gotten better and better. Only 1 game played in the playoffs and only 1 point. The superstar Radulov has melded from a great player to a growing player coming out of Russia. And the 32-year-old was back to the National Hockey League. He played 70 games this season, scoring 29 goals, 43 assists, 72 points. He scored 5 goals and 5 assists in the playoffs. What a year Ratty had for the Dallas Stars. And the last winger, Brett Ritchie, 25-year-old winger, played in 53 games this regular season, scoring 4 goals and 2 assists, 6 points. I give them a 2.0, the Stars. And I forgot about Jamie Benn. My bad. Jamie Benn, obviously superstar, 29-year-old captain winger for the Dallas Stars. Played 78 games, scoring 27 goals, 26 assists, and 53 points. Yeah, I still give him a 2.0. Good point totals, good amounts for that power line for Jamie Benn and Alexander Radulov, but most of the wingers still had a low output. They played together as a group. They were great, especially in the playoffs. But when you're fighting with top-tier teams, especially if they have all their guys healthy, you may not be able to fight with them. The point totals are going to have to rise to the sky for the Dallas Stars. But overall, what a great year they had. And defenseman is a deep spot for the Dallas Stars. Gavin Beruther, 25-year-older. He played 19 games this regular season, no games in the playoffs. He scored 2 goals, 3 assists, and 5 points, which is a good amount for him. Taylor Fadon, 30-year-old defenseman from Edmonton, played 54 games. He scored 4 goals, 7 assists, and 11 points. A decent amount for Fadon. Joel Honley, big-time defenseman, 27-year-older from Keswick, Ontario. He played 61 games this regular season. No points and no points in the playoffs. You're going to have, I know you're only a defenseman, but you're going to have Dylan Hetherington, the Calgary native, played in 5 games this regular season. He scored an assist, which was his lone point, and no points in the playoffs for Hetherington. And the rookie finally putting in the Swede, Miro Heiskanen, he kindly comes in. The Phoenix season from Espo. He played every single game in the regular season. He scored 12 goals, 21 assists, 33 points, along with 4 points, 2 goals, and 2 assists. Both those goals in Game 1 in a quarterfinals against the Nashville Predators, including which ended up being the game-winning goal. Julius Honka, another big defenseman, another Finn that has played well. 29 games played in the regular season and in the playoffs. No goals, 4 assists, 4 points. He was injured a little bit, but Honka's come back and played well for Davies. Stephen Johns, right shooting defenseman, 27-year-older from Elwood City, Pennsylvania, played 13 games, scoring. Well, he didn't have any points, but he had a good amount of shots. He's played decent, but obviously it's going to have to be at a higher level, or he will be promoted to Texas to play with the Stars down there. John Klingberg, the superstar Swede, he scored the series winner against the Nashville Predators in game 1, and he played 64 games. He scored 10 goals this regular season, 35 assists, 45 points, played 13 games, 2 goals in the playoffs, of course, 2 goals in the playoffs, 7 assists and 9 points in this playoff year, including one of those 2 goals being the series winner against the Predators. So, wonderful year for Klingberg. S.L. Lindell, a 24-year-old defenseman, another Finn. He had a great year, playing in every single game in the regular season. 11 goals, 21 assists, 32 points, in 13 games played, scoring a goal, 3 assists, and 4 points. A 4+ for S.L. Lindell. Ben Lovejoy, the former Devil and Penguin, played 71 games, scoring 2 goals, 7 assists, and 9 points in the regular season, along the Devils and the Stars. He played 13 games, all 13 games in his playoff year. He's got an assist, 1 point. Good enough for a defensive defenseman. Ben Lovejoy, a really smart guy. Mark Massat, the former Senator, 33-year-old in his second full year with the Dallas Stars, played 9 games this season in the regular season. No points at all. He did not play in the playoffs, but good amount. Just want to let you know the Sharks game is about to start. Jamie Alexiak, another former Penguin, 26-year-older, played 57 games this regular season, and 12 points in the regular season. He's playing 4 games, no points for Alexiak, and a big Roman Polak, the former Blue, the big Czech, played in 77 games this regular season, scoring a goal, 8 assists, 9 points, 13 games played in the playoffs, 1 assist, 1 point for Polak. I give the defense a GPA of about 2.9 because they've been really good and really disciplined, and it's so deep, but the point total just hasn't been to the level. And if it is, I think this defense can achieve, because of their depth, San Jose Shark level. It's that good. You look at the goaltending average. We'll look at Landon Bow, the third. He played 2 games this regular season. The 23-year-older from St. Albert, Alberta. Only 2. He didn't get a win or a loss because they were played, not started. But he has shown promise to be one of those guys to rescue this franchise and be the future. Anton Hudobin, the backup, 33-year-old former Hurricane and Bruin, and member of the Minnesota Wild, comes in. The Kazakhstanian goaltender, the only Kazakhstanian player in the National Hockey League, Played in 41 games for the Dallas Stars, starting 37 of them, winning 16 of them, losing 17 of them, and he played part of one game in this playoff year when it was against the Blues. But Anton Khudobin's a good goaltender, and he did have a good year. Khudobin had a goalie average of 2.57 in the regular season, .923 save percentage. And the big starter who was injured a little bit this year, but Ben Bishop really chose to be a leader. He played 46 games, 45 starts in the regular season, won 27 games, lost 15 of them. 2 of those went into overtime. A goalie average of 1.98 and a save percentage of .934 for Benny Bishop. What a great year for him. And I put the goaltending at the promise at a 3.0. I really like their goaltending. Not a huge Ben Bishop fan, but Khudobin, I think, is one of the better backups in the National Hockey League. And led in both shows so much promise. And Ben Bishop, although he's a fragile goaltender at times, he had an amazing regular season, amazing playoff, and a legendary Game 7 that would have gone down as one of the better Stars games ever if they had won. And if they would have won that Game 7, I think you're looking at maybe even being better than Eddie Belfour with his status just as the goaltending and the saves, the way he played in Dallas. What a year for the Dallas Stars. What a year for the goaltending. So I would put that as that with the good defense they have behind them. The coaching, Jim Montgomery, the former Flyer, he becomes a young head coach, and in his first year as head coach, he gets an downtrodden, low team to come through to the playoffs and make a huge run, go hard, go fast, and get pucks in the net and play well. I would give all the coaching staff under Jim Montgomery a 3.0 as well. This is a team I did not expect to do very well throughout the year, and to be an old type defensive team that got lost by the speed and the skill of the modern National Hockey League. But they rode through and were able to play their game all the way to a double overtime and a Game 7 in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. What a year for them. For the general management and the management of the Dallas Stars, of course, the general manager of the Dallas Stars is Jim Nill, and Jim Nill did a great job of taking players, even though he had some controversy with some of the comments that he did make about Jamie Benn and about Tyler Seguin. Jim Nill did a great job in taking guys like Matt Zuccarello, who may stay, and other defensemen that were acquired, like Alexiak and Ben Lovejoy, both former Penguins that have won Stanley Cups. The championship pedigree is there for the Dallas Stars. He did a good job. I give him a 2.8, just in spite of what happened, but a great year and a great time for the general management and management team of the Dallas Stars. Overall, we give the GPA of the Dallas Stars probably a 2.9 because they had a wonderful year and they went really far and they're showing great strides for the organization. But they've got to work on their player development and they've got to work on what happens with their 3 stars, with the big boy, with the bad boy power line of Seguin, Radulov, and Ben. So it's a big off season for Jim Nill and for Jim Montgomery, and a great year for the Dallas Stars. I'll do a quick update for you guys just as I sign off for the Dallas Star for the San Jose Sharks game. It's 3-2. It's 3-2 right now. Blues in the lead, so that'll be a good one for you guys to watch. Next one and last one until the conference final is over, we will be doing a grade video probably at the end of this third period of the Colorado Avalanche, the last team to make the playoffs and lose before the conference final. So everybody, hope you enjoyed this. Like, sub, view. Have a great time tonight watching the game, do whatever you're doing, and have a good night. Happy hockey. Happy hockey. Have a good night.